I'm going to welcome up our very own Supervisor, David Canepa.
Thank you very much. I do want to recognize those elected officials for really your leadership. Many of the city councils in the great county of San Mateo passed resolutions, and I think really that is really indicative of local government and the importance of that. So can we give it up to all our local elected officials? Thank you. Very, very, very important. Let me just first start by thanking, and this is really critical, I think many people need to know, Warner Thomas. And you're sort of, in terms of how you're assessed and evaluated, it's about the people you hire. And this gentleman right next to me, come over here. This gentleman right next to me, really, through Warner's leadership, through your leadership, the hiring of Warner was, a year ago, 2 years ago? A year and a half ago. I firmly believe if we did not have that CEO change, we would not be here today. Thank you. Let's give it up to Sutter. So my son is up here with me and my wife. And I want to, before I praise Lindsay, who's just a machine, I want to give a shout out to the Raging Grannies, and we'll be hearing from them later. I think we had 4 events, and the mantra at the time was, bring back Nicholson Pool. And this was really instructive for my 7-year-old son, because we'd be sleeping at night, or going to sleep, and he would sing the song, just as any child would sing, right? This is extraordinarily important on what community does. And I see Peninsula Healthcare District, Frank, thank you for your leadership, Frank. Dennis L., will you stand up, Dennis? Thank you, Dennis. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And so, the bottom line is, there were over 5,000 signatures signed. We had people who lived in this area, whether you lived in the northern part of the county, whether you lived in the southern part of the county, you lived here, hundreds of people that came out to support this opening of the pool. And the reason that's important and instructive for a 7-year-old, and even for us, is that when people come out, their elected officials lean in, stand up. We have a corporation such as Sutter listening, which is very important, then opening this pool, which was closed for 4.5 years. So I want everyone just to pause and to think about this moment and everyone's action in opening this pool. And who benefits from this pool?
The community.
We all do.
Community. The community benefits. And so, I want to thank someone, and she'll be coming up after. Lindsay, come on up. Where's Lindsay? She gets embarrassed when I say this. We should have a statue of Lindsay here, okay? So, persistency. David, what is the Board of Supervisors going to do? Letters, correspondence, fighting every day. And the reason it's meaningful, not because she just lives around the corner, but she's helped so many people recover. Whether you have a hip injury at 90 years old, or you have other injuries that are just detrimental. We need this pool for so many people. But your leadership, Lindsay, your steadfastness, your stick-to-itiveness, this doesn't happen with you today either. And so, I want to wrap up by just saying this. To some people, this is just a pool. This is a warm water pool that saves lives, helps people get better, but most importantly, builds community.
That's right.
And when you have community, that's all you need. In San Mateo County, we've declared loneliness a public health crisis.
That's right.
We've taken a lot of steps, we've taken a lot of action. COVID was a big part of people isolating. We had to do that to protect ourselves. What we're doing today is inviting people to this warm water therapy pool and increasing, make no mistake about it, increasing connectivity and building community. Again, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Warner. Thank you, Sutter. Thank you.